away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, here's Barrett. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
From the shotgun, here's Barrett. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
All right, here we go.
Working out of the gun, it's Barrett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now it's Patterson. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing after the interception. Barrett got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down, Barrett. And an alley to run. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Samson Abukum. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Throwing on 3rd and long. Barrett. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Looking to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Dante Hightower on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat.
So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Adams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Escaping the pressure right. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Barrett now on 2nd down. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll try to run it in, Michel, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me. And his kick is indeed good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it? It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out. Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Operating from the gun. Barrett and a dump off to White. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving. Right back to him on 1st down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
To throw on second down. Barrett. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw on second down. Barrett. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, Barrett. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out. And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did. Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. If you're dropping 8, where are you going to go with the football?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. First try for the right arm of Dalton here. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Rams on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. To throw on 2nd down, Barrett.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Here's Barrett looking to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Over here, over here.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Flushed out right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down at the 28. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And Zerline's kick is good. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw is Barrett. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that's caught inside the 30. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there for New England. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll run. This is White. Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. James White, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Detroit!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Throwing,
Dalton. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Looking to throw on second down. Barrett. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12. Now a first down carry is Michelle. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on second down, Barrett. The throw left side, complete to Hogan. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. On first down, Barrett to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A big-time run there by Sony Michel. 42 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie things at 20 all. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle. And out across midfield down to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Gurley. And an alley to run. And now running right through it. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The first carry for the Utah man now, it's Joe Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. Zerline now for the PAT. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Barrett looks to throw on first. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now second down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
To throw again, Barrett. They'll check this one down to Michelle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A give. This is Michelle. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The tackle there by John Johnson. New England on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Now let's go.
Operating from the gun. Barrett. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. He got 29 yards that time. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Gurley. And an alley to run. Todd Gurley. Wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns has got him in the lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if there's going to be casualties at times, we're trying to win a game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Barrett. And his throw is incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Back to throw Barrett, and that's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. They will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game. They've worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Barrett. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Throwing on 3rd and long. Barrett under pressure again, and down he goes again. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. He was looking for Gronk that time. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On now is the big leg of Greg Zuerlein. He has hit from as far as 61 away in his career. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
So the Patriots coming out now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Hurry up, here we go.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Rams, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for New England, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.